Hi, I'm Father Evans Shama. I propose to you falling in love as our next topic in our series, Couples Corner, in which we chat about various issues concerning life in the couple. But what does falling in love have to do with you? Falling in love, I can imagine, is a topic you least expect at this time, seeing the number of years some of you may have spent with your partner in the relationship or marriage. However, I can assure you, you have nothing to lose, but everything to gain. In fact, in order to advance in life, especially after meeting challenges in the course of your relationship, you need to stop and trace where you are coming from. And what better point to start from, if not the time when you fell in love with your better half? Such visit to your past may help you to identify issues that have been the cause of knots or lumps in your relationship. What happens when you fall in love? When you fall in love, you are captivated or drawn by someone. Often, the point of attraction are differences between you as persons. In other words, you are drawn by the qualities of the other person, those qualities which may be lacking in you. Such opposite traits are called complementary traits. An introvert person, for example, will most likely be drawn by an extrovert person. Such experience of falling in love, as you may remember your own, can be quite overwhelming. That explains certain tendencies. What are some of those tendencies? Firstly, you idealize the person you are falling in love with. It's like they are an angel to you. You minimize even their apparent imperfections. In fact, everything about that person is quite amusing to you. At such moment, any advice against the relationship is little appreciated, even when the concerns may be well founded. But where does such obstinacy come from? You may wonder. Well, I would begin by saying it's not easy to advise a person who is drunk, and falling in love has similar effects as when a person is under the influence of drugs. That's why it's not an ideal moment to take important decisions when you are under the charm of such strong love feelings. At this moment, you are likely to entertain the illusion that the imperfections you notice in the would-be partner are trivial. You will easily manage them. So, you hear some people say, especially women, I will change him. Well, I challenge you. Today you can check to see how much you have managed to change your partner. Maybe you haven't done much, but don't worry. I think you need to face this moment of truth. When emotions have settled down, you begin to see things much clearer and more realistically than before. Then you realize that the other is not an angel you thought them to be. They are blood and flesh like any other person with their strengths and weaknesses. And the traits in them that you once found amusing may turn out to be pretty annoying. It's not necessarily because the partner has changed. It's your way of looking at them that has changed. And what may be more disturbing is to face the failure of not being able to change the partner as you thought to. You are disillusioned. That's where I see the relevance of revisiting the beginning of your relationship, that is, when you fell in love. Why? Today, you may have a blockage somewhere in your relationship owing to the fact that you continue blaming your partner that they cannot change. Such frustration feeds on your illusion that you can change your partner, and so you attempt to change them. But in fact, you cannot change another person. You simply have no power to do so. The only person you can change, if anything, is only yourself. If this is an issue in your couple, then you need to come to terms with such truth, which may be disconcerting. I agree. Besides, the success of your relationship does not depend on changing your partner, but rather understanding and respecting them in their difference. You might as well need to come to terms with certain things that you had ignored as trivial, as unimportant imperfection, which today you realize that they are not as petty as you had earlier thought. So it may be helpful for you to see what are those things that you ignored that may be causing pain in your cup today. Is there a way out? Or do you see yourself like someone caught in a kind of deadlock, an impasse? However, the fact that you can't change your partner doesn't mean there's nothing you can do about it. Talk about that with your partner, presenting issues as you see them and how you feel about them, but without ever judging or accusing the other. Sometimes it takes your openness to make your partner aware of the suffering they inflict on you by their behavior, possibly incite them to change. It means that though you may find something annoying in your partner, does not necessarily mean they do them deliberately to irritate you. Hence, communication is key in improving your relationship. I intentionally use the word improving. Why? Have no illusion to think that your partner will change completely. Nevertheless, it's encouraging to acknowledge the effort they begin to make towards making a better couple, the efforts they are making to make your relationship work. If you look into your relationship, you certainly discover issues that have been training behind you from the time you fell in love. Hence, such visit to your past is a way of addressing unresolved issues in your couple, which is necessary for you to move on. Indeed, this chat will have attained its purpose if it incites you to address issues of your relationship that have remained unattended to for a long time. It's time to face your past in order to move on. Besides memories of the satisfying relationship in your early days, can also help to rejuvenate your relationship. So, go back to those days when you were courting and pick out elements that can help you today to move your relationship a step further. In short, the experience of falling in love remains an important foundation of your relationship. So, it's useful to revisit such founding experience in order to refuel yourselves. And that's the intention of this series. So just feel free to encourage and inspire others by a comment or a contribution in the comment area below the post on the blog. You can join us on WhatsApp or Facebook group named Couples Corner. You can also subscribe on my blog so that you receive new postings by email. Bye for now, and see you next time.